Now, a day after the governor dissolved the state assembly in Jammu and Kashmir amid government formation claims and counter-claims, massive protests are planned by National Conference, the People's Democratic Party and the Congress to protest against the decision. The BJP has also called for an urgent meeting of its MLA at the state headquarters. The governor justified dissolving the assembly, citing reports of extensive horse trading. This decision paves way for elections in the state in the next 6 months. Yesterday, rival alliances staked claim for government formation in the state. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister and PDP President Mehbooba Mufti wrote a letter to Governor Satya Malik staking claim. Jammu and Kashmir People's Conference leader Satya also has staked claim to government formation with BJP support. Earlier, the Congress, PDP and a National Conference discussed entering into an alliance to rid the state of governor's rule and the BJP. Now, according to sources, the dissolution had the approval of PM Modi and Amit Shah, even though some in the BJP, including Rajnath Singh, were opposing it. And to bring us more perspective on this story, I am now joined in by our correspondent live from Srinagar, and that's Ishan Vani. Ishan, a very good morning to you. You know, it's important for you to break down the two alliances that we are looking at and what led to their formation. It is surprising, but not something that was not unforeseen.
Absolutely, we saw the formation of third front. What we are learning from our sources is that PM Modi and Amit Shah, who are the top brass of the BJP, had supported the dissolution of the assembly, while Rajnath Singh and Ram Madhav, who looks after the Kashmir affairs for the BJP and has been continuously visiting the valley since the government has fallen, had actually supported opposite this dissolution of the assembly. Remember, the BJP was getting more and more support from the local parties in Jammu and Kashmir. There were people from the PDP, and even we have been told by our sources that these people from these parties were shifting and joining the third front, which is currently being led by Sajjad Lawn. From yesterday, we have seen the politics heating up in Jammu and Kashmir, since many of these leaders from the PDP who had rebelled against them had joined, these friends of the both political parties. We saw Imran Ansari coming out and in the evening who had rebelled against his party and saying that he was no longer with the PDP and he had joined the People's Conference, which is the main contender of the third front. So at the same time, you saw how the PM Modi and Amit Shah did not want any mess to be in the Kashmir, because already the governor has also cited that there are security apprehensions in Jammu and Kashmir. So an important things going on, important allegations have been also leveled by the BJP against the National Conference, PDP and the Congress for coming together. We're also hearing that the Congress wants to support the PDP and National Conference if they want to go to court.
Right. Ishan, also, what happens if these parties that are trying to form the alliance, especially PDP, NC and the Congress, if they decide to challenge the governor's decision in court, what happens then?
Well, it will be interesting to see. First of all, there will be certain rulings which have already been passed. There are certain rulings. These sort of situations have arisen before, and the Supreme Court or the local court, where they approach, depends on where they approach, will look into the matter and see that what are the previous hearings. But what we are learning from the legal experts here is that the governor may be on the back foot, because how did he not receive the facts? He is citing that it was a holiday, so that's why he could receive the facts. At the same time, opposition is leveling the allegations that you could pass the order of assembly dissolution, which was in superannuation, but not receive their order. And later on, we saw Mehbooba Mufti tag the governor on the Twitter and gave them the order, saying that this was an official, to put an official record that we are giving to you this order. But remember, officially they should go to the governor and present this particular order with the support. In the letter, they had cited the media reports. That is not how the proceedings take place. You have to take opposition parties into confidence. They had National Congress was meeting today, Congress was meeting tomorrow. So decision to figure out what was going to happen. But they had yesterday said that they have come together to form a group so that they could keep BJP out of the state.
Absolutely. Quite a cliffhanger of a situation in Jammu and Kashmir at the moment. moment. Let me also bring in Kartikeya Sharma, our political editor, who's joining me on the phone line. Kartikeya, please add your perspective to this. This is a very unlikely situation and an unlikely alliance that we have seen, because you have arch rivals like the NC and the PDP coming along with the Congress. They have clearly managed to challenge the centre. Are they not using the Assembly's dissolution to their advantage?
There are a couple of things there. It's not the first time that ideologically opposed partners are coming together. National Conference and Congress during Rajiv Gandhi's tenure came together. And they came together and it created the first round of insurgency in Jammu and Kashmir. It was 1987. Farooq Abdullah was the face of the government. It happened again with Mohammad Saeed went on to become the chief minister. PDP and BJP are ideologically opposed. But in the name of getting Jammu and Valley together, they formed the government. You see, what has happened has principally three things. One, the government of Jammu and Kashmir, which was headed by BJP, got discredited because alliance was not able to implement the agenda because of ideological dissonance between the cadres of both the parties. Now, what it led to was hard nationalism in Kashmir for the consumption of public narrative in center, and it created more angst and, I would say, alienation within the Kashmiri population. That is why you had these issue of flags, everything constitutionally mandated, but they became political issues for no reason, because they were having more of an impact on the politics of heartland rather than Kashmir. So the Kashmir itself had become completely dysfunctional. Now, in this context, there were two views within Bharatiya Janata Party. Ram Madhav and Home Minister, my sources tell me, were opposed to dissolution of Assembly, whereas Prime Minister and Amit Shah were in favor of it. The reason is very simple, because they felt that if there is a sort of a Gathbandhan or the grand alliance which comes into play in J&K, it is going to send a very strong signal, and elections in 5 states are taking place, and that will be like a catapult. Like, for example, Kumaraswamy and Congress coming together created a pressure on Bharatiya Janata Party. National Conference, PDP and Congress coming together would have given again boost to the idea of an anti-BJP front. It is for this reason that BJP developed cold feet. So this development in J&K cannot be disconnected from what is happening in the rest of India. It is in fact a reflection of it. And secondly, the dissolution took place not because there was a attempt to form government by PDP, NC and Congress, but because BJP itself could not make a government under Sajjad alone, because they were the ones who were trying to instigate a rebellion. So unfortunately, Kashmir has suffered because
So Kartikeya, do you see the current situation like a win-win for the Congress, PDP, NC alliance at the moment? All right, we seem to have lost Kartikeya's voice on the phone line, but those were all the latest details that we brought to you, with Eshan Vani, our correspondent, joining us from Srinagar, and our political editor Kartikeya Sharma joining us there, bringing us the latest on the J&K Assembly's dissolution.